Essence brought to you by Yingling, brewing America's lager for nearly 200 years. By Audi. Visit your New England area Audi dealer today. Playing with Heart. Learn more about the risks of bad cholesterol at playingwithheart.com. WB Mason. Get free next day business delivery from your local hometown team. And by Toyota, recognized as the longest lasting brand. Well, warm night in Chicago here on the south side. Sox and Sox tangling in game number 2. For more on tonight, let's toss it down to Jemai Webb.
Thank you very much, OB. I had a real treat to sit down with a 38-year-old and 9-time All-Star and Red Sox closer Aroldis Chapman as he gets ready to go to Philadelphia to participate in the All-Star game for the 9th time, as mentioned, fresh off the heels of reaching the summit for reliever strikeouts. Rarely now do you get an athlete to think about the end, but I got Chapman to do just that, talking about the weigh-in when I asked him about the Baseball Hall of Fame.
No, muchísimo. Eso me imagino que yo creo que todo jugador que está en la posición de uno quisiera llegar hasta ahí, ¿sabes? Creo que todos los jugadores quisieran llegar a hacer un salón de la fama, pero nada, yo lo que puedo decir es que nada, voy a tratar de hacer todo lo posible, lo que está en mis manos, trataré de seguir jugando hasta que pueda, trataré de seguir poniendo los números que pueda. Y ya el día de mañana no sé qué irá a pasar, pero lo que sí puedo estar seguro es que entrando, no entrando, siendo, no siendo, yo voy a estar bien contento y orgulloso con la carrera que llevo.
Yeah, no, that's something that will mean the world to me, will mean a lot to me. That's something that every single ball player would like to get at least a consideration from the writers, but what I'm gonna do right now is keep doing what I'm doing, keep posting, keep showing every night, keep posting some numbers until I'm not able to play anymore. But one thing I can say for sure is that even with or without the Hall of Fame, I can look back to my career and I can be very proud of the career that I had, and definitely that's something that I'll take with me.
The Red Sox offense last night kept him on ice. Maybe tonight he gets a crack at save number 19 because of that offensive explosion. He did not appear in the contest. The first man with the ball for the Red Sox, it's Jake Bennett looking to follow up on the Jimmy twirled in Anaheim. The Iceman is up in game 2 from Chicago. Obie and Lou on the call when we come back.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Red Sox.
Red Sox baseball on Nesson brought to you by Nissan. Visit your nissanusa.com or your local dealer. And by BJ's Wholesale Club. Make BJ's your home of the save and get up to 25% off grocery store prices. Get set for game number 2. White Sox already on the diamond. Right-hander Davis Martin, the opponent tonight. He has been their ace as we give you a look at the Red Sox lineup. Brought to you by Plymouth Rock. Ziegler will lead things off, then Cedon batting out of that 2 spot, 348 during his 5-game hitting streak. Wilson Contreras today just named 2 home run derby in Philadelphia.
White Sox starting pitchers presented by WB Mason. You mentioned it, Davis Martin. He is their best right now with this record, sitting at 9-3 with a 3.08 ERA. Although lately, in the last 5 weeks or so, it's been extremely inconsistent. We'll see which guy shows up here today. As for his arsenal, the fastball is going to ride about 94, 95. He uses both of them. Got a good changeup, slider, cutter, curveball, kind of mixes in all the off speeds rather equally. Defensively, for the White Sox, Montgomery will be back at third base with Acuna and Maydroff up the middle, Vargas at first. The outfield left to right is Antonacci, Perez, and Montgomery, with Kyle Teel doing the catching.
Umpires for tonight, David Rackley has home plate. Chris Guccione at first. Nestor Ceja at second. Charlie Ramos is the umpire at third. We're available to telecast. Can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. SAP is brought to you by Toyota Certified Used Vehicles. Weather forecast tonight here in Chicago. Lou, it's warm.
It's hot. Not as hot as Fort Myers, but it's hot. It's humid.
Very, very sticky. Right now, not as big a crowd as we had last night, but Red Sox taking on a tough customer here in the right-hander Martin. 7 home starts. He's 5-0 with an ERA under 1.
Yeah, he likes pitching in this ballpark. How about that? .88 ERA. 7 starts in this place.
First one to Ziegler, hammered on a line, deep right field. Montgomery stumbled and somehow recovers to make the play. He was about ready to face plant out there.
That ball was stung by Ziegler right out of the gate. Thought maybe had enough to get over his head, but he kind of just gets on top of this, so there's some top spin. And as you said, he stumbles out of the gate, but recovers nicely halfway through the track.
It was hit. No incentive sit on Rafaela. 284 with 8 home runs. He had a key blast last night. Red Sox homered twice in 1 inning. Got out of the gate quick. Starting pitching take care of the rest. That's the way it's been going for the Sox, who did move out of last place. First time since May 23rd with that victory. They've won 9 of 11 and are 12-5 in the last 17.
We kept talking about how important the stretch is, right? A 10-game stretch, and then fine, can you put a 20-game stretch on? And all you can do is it's just only 1 game a night, so try to go out and take care of business. The staff has been outstanding, but it's really kind of the offense too. It's giving us some early leads.
Red Sox are a good road team. 24-21. It's not just recency with that. Only the Yankees have a better road record in the American League. They're 27-21.
Because their offense is better. Averaging, you know, get over that 4.5 runs a game and you win a lot of ball games. You're under 4 at home.
Speaking of the Yankees, they lost to Tampa Bay last night. They struck out 17 times for the 2nd game in a row. That sets a new American League record for a 9-inning game. Also lost their 10th out of the last 11. And guess who they're facing tonight?
Rasmussen? McClanahan.
McClanahan.
Oh,
Shane McClanahan.
should get better. They'll probably put 8 on him. That's the way baseball is.
Shot out to left. Left fielder leaping up to make the catch. Antonacci able to make that play. Boy, the outfielders tested on the first 2 hitters big time.
Well, some loud contact here early on. 2 line drives took them both back to the track. Antonacci's out there in that left field. That kind of sun creeps in, really the only part of the field, left center. And you, at first you wonder if he kind of lost it off the bat, but he's able to recover.
Yeah, into the sun.
2 hard hit balls already in this game.
So 2 down. Abreu climbs in at 261, 10 home runs. He could use a good night. And a breaking ball snapped in for strike 1.
I mentioned Martin a little inconsistent. So going into the month of June, he had 11 starts. He was 8-1 with a 2 ERA. But since then, his last 6, 1-2, 5.65. Walks have creeped up. Tendency to lose control at times.
In for strike 2. Might be the biggest reason that he did not make the All-Star team.
That latest run. It's a tough go of it the last 6. There's been a couple of really good starts, but some other ones where he's gave up 9 to the Yankees, 6 to Minnesota. We've seen that before.
2-strike pitch. And got him. Foul tip to the mid. Red Sox go 1-2-3. A couple of hard hit line drives though.
How much is in your 401k?
All my money's in checking.
What does the K stand for?
Ben, what's on your mind?
Could I be doing more with my money?
Let's look at where you're at and talk new goals.
Make sense of your money with Citizens.
Taking a look at the White Sox lineup tonight. That's presented by Xfinity. Miguel Vargas at the top. He has hit 20 home runs. They have a couple of Montgomerys in the lineup. Braden Montgomery, he's playing right field, formerly in the Red Sox farm system. He's been getting on base too. Taking on the left-hander, Jake Bennett, 3-3, 3.10 ERA, 3 consecutive quality starts for him.
He's been really good. His fastball kind of change-up combo, mixing some breaking balls and pounding the zone. Sox starting pitcher presented by Toyota. Well, we got a challenge here first.
The catcher is challenging.
Right out of the gate from Wilson.
ABS powered by T-Mobile.
That's not a good way to start.
Call is confirmed. Counts 1-0. Boston has 1 challenge remaining.
First pitch of the game.
Yeah, a little quick. Maybe wait a bit.
Gotta be really sure, I think, on that one.
Darn right you do.
Now let's check out the Sox starting pitcher presented by Toyota. It is the 25-year-old lefty Jake Bennett. You see the numbers, been on a heater here lately, making his 8th start. Fantastic walks to strikeout ratio, the whip under 1.
1-1 and a line drive caught by Durbin, 1 away.
As for that arsenal, he rides that 4-seam fastball with elite extension. He's going to average around 93 with a sinker. The changeup's his money pitch, there's no question. 3-pitch mix. He'll mix in the sweeper and the curveball and an occasional cutter to keep you honest.
He's been very economical, too. Just 14.4 pitches per inning on average. 5th fewest in baseball among starters.
He's been good to be interesting, too, right? Because we've got 3 lefties in here. Peters has the night off. No Benintendi, but still, he's been very tough against lefties.
In the right hand hitting, the DH Randall Grichuk will lift that one down the right field line. Racing out Contreras. Abreu coming on. Villier will get there. He makes the catch. He was actually in fair territory when he grabbed it, so 2 down.
Let's check out the defense of the Red Sox presented by Car Shield. Caleb Durbin back at third base with Chang and Siegler up the middle. Wilson Contreras at first. Outfield left to right is Duran, Rafael, and Abreu. Carlos Narvaez doing the catching.
Sends up the third baseman Colson Montgomery. Chad Tracy in that dugout. Red Sox are 31-31 under Chad Tracy.
Back to 500 with him.
And he did not have Garrett Crochet for a single start. Remember, Crochet was actually the winning pitcher in that 17-1 victory at Baltimore. It was Alex Cora's last game.
Yeah. And then Roman Anthony for a while now, too.
Of course, he was hitting .229 with 1 home run when he went down. Check swing and fouled away.
I mean, both those guys, really. I mean, Garrett wasn't himself. You know, the ERA was high. Roman, you did think if they're both healthy, it would turn, right?
Tracy continues to be very, very steady in this role. 2 down, bases empty.
As I mentioned, he's tough on lefties. It's early, right? But still, 167 batting average, only 6 for 36. Has yet to give up an extra base hit to a lefty, and you got 3 of them here with Montgomery, Antonacci, and Teal.
Just gets a ton of ground balls. And he and Ranger Suarez on this staff, you can't tell if they're down 8 or up 8. They give nothing away on the hill.
You really can't. To your point, over 53% ground ball rate, 90th percentile. I mean, that's how he gets quick outs. That's why he gets in and out of that dugout off the mound.
2-2 to Montgomery. Wave and a miss. Big sweeper at 78. They go 1-2-3.
Welcome to the Surfside second inning. Still scoreless between the Red Sox and White Sox, and this was supposed to be judgment week for Wilson Contreras, guys, but much to his satisfaction, it's been nothing but good news. The All-Star nod, first time in 4 years for him, and he was asked and accepted an invitation to participate in the Home Run Derby in Philadelphia on Tuesday. He said he's excited for the opportunity and to be able to put on a show. He asked his little brother William to throw to him, but he denied the request. Wilson says he understands it's a high-pressure situation, so he'll have bench coach Jose David Flores on the bump in Philly. Flo is pushing his trip to Puerto Rico for this. It was an intense negotiation with Wilson, but in the end, he'll take care of it. And if he wins, it'll be even better because it's a $1 million prize for the winner, trying to become the first Red Sox to win it since Big Papi did it in Anaheim in 2010. Wilson does have Home Run Derby experience, though, guys. He won it in 2017 in Winter League. So he's taken that into this new format and feels like he has an opportunity to bring home the title.
So let's say he wins it in Philly on Monday night. Okay, next Monday. How much of that cut goes to Flo?
Well, that's part of the negotiations. I mean, they're deep into it right now, and you got to, it's got to negotiate that. There's no question. You got to have a lot of it.
20 home runs for Contreras. He'll sting that one a liner. Another one caught by Meidroth. I mean, everybody's hitting the ball on the button here early on. One away. Well, is it feeling like Major League Baseball decided Nate Eaton would serve his suspension in games 1 and 2, which he's doing here, and then Wilson might have his 7-gamer shaved down to maybe 4?
Well, that'd be ideal.
That's the rest of the games beginning tomorrow through to the All-Star break, and then not have to worry about anything in the second half.
It'd be ideal. You know, even if it went to 5 and it went beyond the All-Star break, you remember that's a doubleheader on Friday against Tampa Bay.
Right.
So if you lose maybe 1 game in that doubleheader, but to be honest, I mean, we rolled into Anaheim, and I just figured that was the last time we were going to see him. So the fact you get 2 games here, I think helps. So I'm trying to take advantage of it.
Yoshida 261, pair of home runs, knocks that one foul. White Sox have not lost a series at home since April 26th against the Nationals, but they could lose it tonight. Red Sox take game 2.
Keep hitting the ball hard. Going to try to find some grass out there.
Slide foul off to the left, and it'll be Durbin on deck.
You mentioned kind of the inconsistencies with Martin lately here. His last outing against Cleveland, he only went 3 1/3. 6 hits, 2 runs, walked 5. Didn't strike anybody out.
Little roll up to first baseline, kicks foul.
So it's almost like it's been like this every other thing. I mentioned 3 1/3, gave up 9 runs against New York in the middle of June. First start in June, gave up 6, and just 4 2/3 at Minnesota. So there's kind of hit or miss, but as you mentioned, 7 starts here, 5-0, .88 ERA. He likes this park.
And this is a hitter's park. Very hitter friendly. 1-2 pitch. Right at the first baseman. Vargas with the pick will flip onto the pitcher, 2 down. And Martin's been around a little while. He's 29 years old. Made his major league debut in 22. Then he had Tommy John surgery the next year. Missed 18 months. Came back as part of the rotation. Went 7-10 with an ERA over 4. This year he has blossomed into their #1 guy. At a time where the White Sox have been a really fun team to watch. Caleb Durbin hitting .220 with 8 home runs, swinging at the first pitch, loops that one to right. Montgomery with a play, and that's all. Red Sox go in order. A couple of youngsters raring to go tonight. Red Sox and the White Sox. We move on to the bottom of the second inning in Chicago. And Chase Meidroth will lead things off. And stings a base hit into left field. He's hitting .265 going into that at bat, but .304 against lefties. And they have come out swinging.
He's jumped all over that first pitch. He's going to keep throwing. Pounding the zone, and again, it's a beautiful thing with this ground ball rate he's been getting to. Get a little ground ball here and get ahead.
It brings up the lefty hitter Antonacci, had 3 hits last night.
Yeah, all off lefties.
Yeah.
He came in really struggling against lefties, but went 3 for 3 last night off Tolley.
Showing a bunt and takes a ball. Bennett 2 or fewer earned runs each of his last 4 starts, a 178 ERA. And he just stays away from ball 4. He's not been walking anybody. Only 2 walks over that period. Braden Montgomery, right fielder, on deck. One of the guys included in the Garrett Crochet trade. It's going to be outside. Goes to 3-0. So they have 3 starters in their lineup tonight who they received from that trade in December of 24 from the Red Sox for Crochet. And in for a strike.
Well, all of them are going to be big leaguers, right? The question is how much of an impact. Mydroff's a nice player. Teal could be a starting catcher. Kid on deck, some people felt like could be the star. Still early in his career.
And puts him on. He walks him. He'll put runners at first and second in front of Montgomery. 2:10 tomorrow for game 3 here. Patrick Sandoval, the left-hander, against left-hander Anthony Kay.
That's something we haven't really seen much of. Just 2 walks total in his last 4 outings. They both came against the Yankees. Threw a gem in that one.
Now looking for that ground ball, but Montgomery might be bunting here. Will not. He'll swing right through that one. Contreras way in on the grass at first against the bunt.
Sometimes you give a guy a free swing, and you still got to be careful. Just got to think about if you're a corner infielder here. 0-1.
Nobody out. Runners at first and second for the White Sox, and he'll take a ball.
Of course, you don't know how much this kid's really bunted in his career. He's just kind of drafted a few years ago from out of Texas A&M, where he hit 27 homers. I don't think he put too many bunts down in college.
No, he was a home run guy at the college level. 1-2. 23 years old.
A big debut this year. Remember, walk-off home run in his major league debut.
Good family of athletes. His mom ran track at Iowa. His dad and an uncle both played Division I college football. Two home runs so far for Montgomery. And a 1-2 in tight for a ball.
So that's one that, see Narvi kind of shaking his head. That's when you look back and you say, you know, that first pitch of the game, I'd rather see that one right there. I think that's strike 3.
Yeah, look at the game circumstance right now. Nobody out 2-1. Right by him, got him. He struck him out. Big out for Bennett. 1 away.
Yeah, that's just great execution. You know, like if you feel like the strikeout's there on that top of the zone, he just put 3 in the exact same spot. You know, he laid off the one previous, but right there, look at that. It's another perfect pitch. Let's get him up and in. We think we can get the strikeout, but you still got to execute. He missed over the middle of the plate. You know, it's loud contact.
Junior Perez, the center fielder, hitting at 200, 2 home runs. Made a terrific catch in right field last night. He's in center field tonight. And Bennett with a 1-0 pitch. And made a good one on the inside edge for a called strike. 1-1. Perez's first big league homer was off of Tarek Skubal in Detroit about a month ago. And a strike. Again, pouring it over that inside part of the plate.
Right in that top corner. And go there again. You hit that spot.
And Kyle Teal on deck.
When you just look at the reaction of the hitter, like both those pitches, you see him almost jump back a little bit. Good pitches. Not seeing that inside corner.
Looking for a second consecutive K here with 2 on. And he got it over the inside corner again to strike out Perez. Caught admiring the pitch. 2 down.
That's just impressive, right? I mean, a little bit of trouble here. What do you do when you get in trouble with guys on base? Oh, I mean, how about just throw some paint around? Hit your spot, hit the corners. Uncomfortable the inner half the whole time. He didn't have a chance in any one of those pitches. Still not out of it.
And this is Kyle Teal, 205, 2 home runs, another left-handed stick. So base hit and a walk. He was in trouble. A rare walk for him, and now back-to-back strikeouts, putting it right on the black. And now another Red Sox farmhand in Teal. Wave and a miss. Boy, that sweeper's been tough.
It sure is. You get the sweeper and the curveball. They're both right around that 79 to 80 range. It's just this curveball maybe a little more to left, the righties rather, top to bottom, more vertical.
1 ball, 1 strike. After this series wraps up tomorrow afternoon, the Red Sox are heading to New York to take on the Mets for 3 games right before the break. 7:15, 4:10, and 1:40 start times for those at Citi Field. And a little dribbler, swinging bunt. Narvaez pounces and gets him at first base. Contreras holding the bag, and Bennett gets out of that. 2 Ks and a weak ground ball to get him.
It was a nice play here to get out of this second inning jam. First off, Narvaez pops out to keep this ball fair, to even have a play so it doesn't get fouled. Takes it right off the line and creates an angle to throw. Teal on that line, and a nice job by Contreras with the stretch. Not much of an angle. Got rid of it quick. Just to get out of that first and second jam.
To the top of the third, and scoreless in Chicago. Durant, Narvaez, and Chang to hit. Red Sox searching for their first base runner. Jaron at 201, 13 home runs.
Martin really mixing it up here through 2. Only 21 pitches, but he's pretty much shown you every pitch. He has pretty even usage rate here with all of them. Well, that good curveball there to lefties. More of the slider to righties.
He has faced the Red Sox twice in 24 and in 25, and both times he gave up 1 run in 6 innings. And Durant takes one way outside. Check out tonight's home run odds presented by FanDuel.
One thing the Sox have done so far in this trip, 7 home runs in 4 games, and it's been the difference. Last night, obviously, 2-run shot, 3-run shot. It really helped, but that was 2 nights ago. Solo and a 2-run homer last night.
In the same inning.
Yeah.
3-2. Another thing the Red Sox have been doing is walking more frequently. And that's helped to lead to those home runs being 2- and 3-run shots. And that's going to be ball 4. So the Red Sox fastest man is on.
Jaron in particular too. 4 walks here in this road trip. He had 3 all month of June. So, and this is in June, those are probably 4 strikeouts because he's expanding and swinging at everything. So keep the ball in the zone, you got a chance.
So Narvaez to climb in, 189, couple of home runs for Carlos. Got a man at first. He's bunting down on the grass. Martin on to first base for the out. And into second safely into scoring position, Jaron Durant.
A little surprised by that, only because of who's on deck, right? It's not like he's hitting 9th and he's getting the ball to Siegler at the top of the order, but Chang's on deck. Chang's the kind of guy you like to kind of move some runners around, but Narvi's in a little bit of a rut here recently, just trying to get some positive out of it.
Sung-Jae Chang at 211 without a home run, getting the start at short. And Siegler on deck. And Davis Martin with a 1-0. Line drive and a base hit. Left center field. Duran into third trying to score. Perez throwing home. Won't get it. And to score, Jarren Duran on a dive and all the way down to second, Chang. Red Sox pounce. They take a 1-0 lead.
Like I said, move the runner for Chang. Guy's on fire right now. He really stayed on this ball nice. We mentioned there's been a lot of hard contact here in this first time through the order. This looks like a little slider just kind of spins. And Chang just stays right up the middle. And finally, the hard hit ball finds some outfield grass. And with Duran's speed, you're going to take this chance. And they just switch places with Chang on second.
And Ziegler will hop in 0 for 1, but hit it right on the button to the right fielder Montgomery, who stumbled initially and made the catch in the first inning. That one gets through Teal. Chang heading into third. He's going to dive in safely. Teal could not corral it, and the Red Sox have a man at third with one down.
We go back to that sack bunt, right? Just kind of move the runner, play the game the right way. You're rewarded by Chang with a beautiful single up the middle. And now it looks like Teal just sort of took his eye off this one, trying to stick that low strike. Infield will be in.
Pass ball. Almost another one by him. So the infield drawn in. Red Sox can get another run in by making it out. Ziegler, really good swing in the first inning. Leading off pretty regularly. He had not let off since rookie ball, he said. He's enjoying it, though, and that's in for a strike.
He's giving it good at-bats, competitive at-bats, getting on base. Now hits in 11 of his last 12 games, hitting .341.
Had a base hit early last night in the first inning. He'll lay off, and that's a strike.
So change up. And Tracy, even before the game, talking about how he's shown well at second. So, you know, you're not losing anything out there defensively. Gives you a good at-bat. This one here, you need some contact. Get this thing in the outfield and get another run in.
2-2. Chang leading off third. Infield drawn in. And he held up. That is ball 3. The inning began with a walk of Jarren Duran. He has scored after a sac bunt and a solid line drive single by Chang.
It's a good take, too. That curveball's his swing and miss pitch. He's already got a couple on it. Showed in the strike zone. He's able to lay off that pitch late.
A payout pitch. He walks him. Second of the inning for Martin. And 2 aboard for Cedar Rafaela. It's been going well for the Red Sox lately here on this road trip when they score the first run. They've won 3 in a row. Zach Bove, their pitching coach, will head on out. Cedar rifled one deep to left field. Antonacci went all the way to the warning track to haul that in, so he got a really good look at Martin, who, like Sonny Gray, would like a word with the All-Star selection process. 9-3 with a 3.08 coming in. Go back to his home run last night.
Yeah, last night, a 2-run shot. Monasterio had the solo shot in that inning, but this made it 3-0. And I'm with you. You know, a guy like Rafael, what he does defensively, he shouldn't have to hit 300 with 15 bombs at the All-Star break, given who he is. He's the top 10 in the American League in WAR right now. He's 9, Contreras 10.
How about that?
It's a monster first half for him, especially with what he does, the wizard in center.
Toss over and a dive back by Ziegler, can run a little bit. Abreu on deck. Red Sox trying to grab early runs. They have one against the best pitcher on the White Sox. Fought off foul. And we came on the air tonight talking about Cedar, and the Red Sox were in a better position in the standings. They have moved out of last place as of tonight, but there were a few slots higher than that. He may very well be headed to Philadelphia. Knocked that one foul. Red Sox can match a season-high 5-game win streak if they pull off another one tonight. Chang and Ziegler get their leads. And a fly ball into right center field. That's well hit toward the alley. Perez can't get it. Montgomery can't get it. Another run is in. Chang will score. Ziegler's down to third. A run scoring double for Cedar Rafaela. 2-0 Red Sox, and 2 men in scoring position.
Well, and that's been a big difference with him all year, using the whole field. Remember when this guy was it just seemed like all he wanted to do was pull the ball in the air, right? And when you do that, you chase because you're just so committed to the inner half. But all year we've seen him use the whole field, drive the baseball the other way. Came into this 3-0-1 with runners in scoring position and delivers again. That's just a beautiful swing and an interesting route from Montgomery and right.
Yes. So it brings up Abreu. Grounds that one sharply. The runners are going to hold. Picked off by Vargas. He'll get the out. 2 down. Now the Red Sox have their best hitter striding up.
This will be interesting too, right? 2 outs.
Base open.
Yeah, base open. I know Yoshida's on deck. 3 hits in his last game, but still. Are you going to pitch to him? You're going to throw it. We'll see if they actually pitch to him.
And lined out to the second baseman first time up. Batting stats presented by your local Honda dealers. Fouled that one off himself, and he goes crumbling in front of home plate.
Sinker down and in, right off the foot. That one hurt.
Tried to get up and then couldn't.
This is a tough man.
Now up again, yeah. In some pain. Tracy coming out of the dugout as well.
Right on top of that foot. That's a bad spot. If anything, kind of wanted on the bottom of that cleat, but that's right. An instep.
Trying to put weight on it right now. I mean, former major league catcher is used to pain and gets hit by a ton of pitches. He's going to grab the bat and hang in there. But Gimpy, second and third, 2 down.
It's one of those situations where everyone sees what's going on, including the pitcher and Teal. And you think it's so easy. You say, well, they're going to throw another one in there on you, right? Well, as a hitter, you're thinking the same thing. And all of a sudden, that sweeper down and away can get you 2. So there's always like 2 ways to go here. It's not like very predictable. You just throw another sinker down in there.
Well, he took a deep breath, and here we go. Way outside, all the way to the backstop. Here comes the runner diving in at home plate. Safe at home.
That's not good either.
Ziegler in agony, too.
Going there head first. Teal's coming with all of his gear and shin guards. Worry about the shoulder.
Wild pitch bringing in another run, but Ziegler in pain.
This thing bounced right back. And again, I always talk about going in home head first. I get it. You know, you were trying to get that hand in there, but the catcher comes and he's all knees, right? And he's throwing gear at you.
That might have been it. Yeah, kneed him in the head.
Or just you jam your shoulder into the gear is what you end up doing.
Take a look.
Just bounced all the way back to even make a play on it. And see how those knees come in? You put your hand in there, but watch Teal's left knee. Right into that shoulder. And that's kind of where the pain, it looks like. He's holding that head a little bit. Gets the hand in, but that left knee kind of creates contact on that right shoulder of Ziegler. Oh, right there.
Man, within a couple of pitches, Contreras in a lot of pain. Ziegler in a lot of pain. Now he's starting to rise up.
Neck, shoulder.
The Red Sox get another run. They lead 3-0.
Well, he's another one. You're going to have to physically take him out of this game. It's just who he is. Like, not allow him to play.
Pretty darn woozy as he heads down the dugout steps.
He's going to go all the way down to get looked at. We'll see.
Cedar went down to third on the wild pitch. And Wilson, who could have used the break, didn't want it to happen that way. Takes a ball down and in. Man at third. Red Sox have scored 3 times in this inning.
As you mentioned, this is something that they've done a lot of. Not only get the quality starts, but they've really put up 2, 3, 4-run leads early.
Oh. High fly ball center field, driving back Perez, going back, and slams into the fence as he hangs onto the baseball. Lost everything out there. The glove. Able to get there.
Pretty physical inning.
I should say so. He slams into the wall, hangs onto the baseball, somehow snow coned in there, and then he walked away and dropped the glove. 3-0. Well, we were waiting which Red Sox were going to come onto the diamond. Wilson Contreras, at least for now, is going to make a go of it at first base. Monasterio is in the game at second now for Ziegler. This is Wilson coming onto the field.
Yeah, I mean, 1/2 inning, you're wondering, I need a second baseman, now I need a first baseman. Wilson going to be out there at least for this half inning.
Red Sox were already down a player with the Nate Eaton suspension.
Yeah, he had a 3-man bench. I mean, Monasterio is now in the game. You have Romy and you have Connor Wong. I mean, Romy can go over there at first base if his foot doesn't get any better for Wilson.
So Bennett back to work, taking on the number 9 hitter Acuna. Red Sox ahead 3-0 here in Chicago.
Yeah, Contreras, he's definitely still feeling it. When you want to play a little closer to first, you know, you give up a little bit of range. You want to make sure you can get to the bag. Obviously not moving like he normally does.
Chopper at third. That one skips by Durbin. And Acuna will be on with a base hit.
Yeah, he's got to come out. Contreras. He just kind of gave it the signal. He just can't move. He tried to kind of get to first base and just couldn't move with that foot.
Well, Romy Gonzalez will take over for the All-Star at first. I'm sure there's an X-ray in Wilson's future.
Well, down to Connor Wong.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the base hit, you know, like I mentioned, wanting to be closer to first. You don't run so far. Like he ran to first and just couldn't really stop. To the point where he just kept running and just gestured into the dugout, I'm done. At first base, it's still a 10, 15-foot sprint, and then you got to stop and you got to turn. So it's still footwork involved, and he just didn't. That foot bothered him.
Top of the order, and Vargas 0 for 1. He's lined out to third.
Good time.
Red Sox bench to be severely tested, and in there for a strike.
Hard not to wonder if that's the last time we're going to see him for a bit.
Yes.
Right.
With that looming suspension.
Suspension. Foot bothering him.
One strike pitch from Bennett. And for strike, man, he is wearing out that inside corner.
He's getting it on righties.
Ranger Suarez, fellow All-Star, coming over to check on him. Of course, Ranger's got his own issues with that adductor. And the 0-2 pitch. Fly ball center field. Cedon backing up. Plenty of space, though. He gets Vargas, who's 0 for 2. The throw comes free beyond second base, but backed up. And Grichuk will be next. So Monasterio will hit in the leadoff spot. And Romy Gonzalez will bat fourth.
Wilson looking at that iPad, wondering if he could have hobbled around that little 2-run shot that could have been that drive to right center.
Grichuk 0 for 1. He's flied out to right. 1 down, 1 on for Chicago. And a liner caught by the leaping Chang. 2 down. in front of Colson Montgomery, a home run threat with 23.
Yeah, that's the one thing. We talk about the strike throwing from Bennett. There's a lot of guys in this league can get scared of contact, and that scares you out of the strike zone. He just, look at the demeanor on this kid when he walks off the mound. Like, I'm throwing a strike. What are you going to do with it, right? And he hits his spots with it. It's quality.
Now he struck out Montgomery first time, and a weak ground ball. Monasterio will get that and lob it on for the out to retire the side. That was 8 pitches. Red Sox coming to bat in the 4th inning, ahead 3-0 in Chicago, although the Red Sox lost the right side of their infield in the span of a couple of pitches, as both Contreras and Siegler were forced out of the game because of injury. Not a wild start.
Yeah, got 3 runs, but it cost you a couple of players.
It was one nasty sequence.
Yeah, hopefully find out more about Siegler, exactly what that was. And Wilson obviously in a lot of pain. Hit a bad spot in the foot. Hopefully everything's all right there. Get a quick look at it after the game, you would think.
Masataka Yoshida 0 for 1 with a ground out. Looking at a strike.
Oh, that's way up. Again, that first pitch challenge, you got to be real careful with only 1 left. It's a clear ball. It's 3-0 count.
How about never do that again?
Yeah.
Challenge on the first pitch.
It's got to be a lot of the plate if you do it.
Fouled back by Massey. It's a 4-game hitting streak. He's actually gone 7 for his last 14. And then Durbin and then Duran. And Davis Martin home with a 2-2. Massa with a foul back there. We had one fouled back into the booth to our right, which is the White Sox television booth, and right into a camera last night.
I think they fixed it. Actually, no, it looks like it's still busted.
3-2. Walks played a very active role in that 3rd inning. Duran walked and scored, and Siegler walked and scored.
We mentioned his last outing. He walked 5 in 3 1/3. It cost him here last inning.
High drive down the right field line, but he's going to push that one foul. Home run distance for Masataka. He was ready.
Well, it's good to see. You know, on a fastball too. The fastball he kind of can fillet. You know, sometimes that breaking ball he'll scoop it down and in for the power, but this one here he was quick in there, get it in the air.
3-2 again. He'll fly that the other way. Antonacci with a diving effort and cannot make the play. In a cloud of dust, it hit the deck in foul territory.
Charlie Ramos all over it down the 3rd base line. It's a great effort. Had to go a long way. Tries to backhand this ball. And you see it kind of bounce into that glove. Got to see there, but nice stop on the ricochet. Had to sell it.
Well, Moss has tried the right field line, the left field line, as he looks for his first hit tonight. Martin home with a payoff pitch. See where Justin Verlander says this is going to be his final season.
Put in the All-Star game, right?
Yes.
That Legends kind of spot.
It was the Legends pick. His 10th All-Star.
With Kershaw. So last year? Yeah.
3-2. A one hopper into right field for a base hit. Been a lot of well-struck shots tonight.
A ton of hard hits here from the Red Sox in this whole lineup, and Massa just continues to do it. Now a 5-game streak. 8 for 15. He's getting his hits. That's just a really good at-bat. A lot of pitches. Finish it off with a knock.
So leadoff man aboard for Caleb Durbin. He's trying to find a groove again. He's 0 for 1 with a fly to right. He's hit a speed bump here in recent games. Yeah, Verlander said the time has come. He's 43 years old now. 3 Cy Youngs, an MVP, 266 wins, and he gets to retire as a Detroit Tiger. All started for him. 1 ball, 1 strike on Durbin.
Yeah, Durbin's in a spot right now. You mentioned it, kind of 1 for his last 19. 0 for 14. But last night he was an 0 for 4. Remember, he lined out to third, he lined out to right, and hit a ball to right center. Center field to track down. So like the at-bats and contact is still there. And you have to come out of that game thinking it's a positive and not try to change too much.
Well, fans hear people like us say that hey, he felt pretty good about his at-bats, even if it's an 0 for 4, 0 for 5, hitting it right on the button. And he has been making good contact. Now, a week ago, those were all falling in for him.
Well, that's the difference, right?
2-2.
Batted balls in play. Sometimes you get lucky. Everything you barrel drops. Sometimes everything gets caught. Just got to keep barreling the baseball.
Red Sox 3, White Sox nothing. They'll flare that one into center field. Is it going to drop? It will. Down for a base hit. And no play at second. Masataka in there. So Durbin badly needed something like that. Is aboard. First and second.
Well, there you go. Not the best contact. He had better contact last night. Went 0 for 4. Just takes this 92 sinker. It's down, but it's right over the middle. It's enough of it. Drop it in. Massa reads it. Gets there no problem. That's the part we're talking about, moving runners, right? Yeah. Duran's up 8-9 behind him. I'd rather see him swing it right now.
Duran walked and scored in the 3rd inning.
He's seen the ball a lot better, drawing his walks.
First 2 men have reached here in the 4th inning. Martin in some trouble. And that's a ball. They're going to challenge it.
Pretty good pitch, I think.
Pitcher throw the ball, the catcher's challenging.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. And there's a strike.
Pitch is a strike, counts 1-1. Chicago has 2 challenges remaining.
He was pretty good at this. Last night he was 3 for 4. Last one he missed was a long shot, but now 12 for 18. He got 12 overturned, 67%. That's a good percentage.
Yoshida and Durbin lead away. And he'll hack at that, foul it. 1-2.
Ooh, he got that one off the foot.
Don't need any more of that.
No.
Get you an update on Wilson and on Siegler as soon as we can. If there's anything to report, hopefully there will be. Chad going through his bench in a big way on this Wednesday. 1-2. Almost got by. Narvaez on deck. And Toronto won big in San Francisco 10-0. Dylan Cease had a no-hitter going into the 9th inning and lost it. What do you have, 115 pitches?
115 going into the 9th. Leadoff guy, a little single up the middle. So Schneider went out and got him. I mean, you know, all-star breaks, perfect time, probably last start before the break. It's a long layoff after.
Well, 3-2 now to Duran. Hard ground ball foul.
But you send a guy back out at 115, you got to be willing to go 130, right?
Sure you do.
Which is off the charts today, which some people would need 2 weeks off after doing that. But you pretty much would have with the break.
Cease, a great competitor, but lost it today. The no-hitter anyway. Here's the 3-2, and struck him out. And that'll send up Narvaez, who dropped down a sac bunt back in the 3rd.
Join us Sunday at Out of the Park on the Boston Common. It starts at 12:30. You can watch the game on the big screen and cheer on the Red Sox. They take on the New York Mets. You can enjoy free food, entertainment, giveaways, and appearances by Wally and Tessie. For more, you can visit redsox.com/out-of-the-park.
Red Sox catcher with a couple of base runners. He lays off ball one. 68 pitches here from Martin, with one out in the fourth inning.
Shorten his outing a little bit.
Swinging a shot out toward the alley. That's going to drop down. Cut off by Montgomery. Rounding third. Here comes the run. Masataka will score. Throw comes into third. Durbin back in safely. Red Sox take a 4-0 lead.
Well, that's something we haven't seen from Narvi. It's been a long time, right? He's been struggling a little bit. He's barreling a ball a game. It's getting caught, but still, this is his stroke. This is just a reaction right here. Outer half, drive this ball to right center. This is when he's at his best. We know they can clip and pull side once in a while, but I'd like to see him get back to that. That's a really nice job to get the fourth run on the board.
Chang is 1 for 1 with an RBI hit. He shows a bunt and pulls it away. And a runner back to third. That is going to be an offer, so it's a strike.
Looks like he held it a little bit too long. It's a good spot. I'm not giving up on it just because there's only one strike. I got some speed at third base and give me get a jump, try to steal another run.
Red Sox trying to go up 5-0 against a team that hardly ever loses at home. Way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Stay with it. Could be such a tough play to defend. We've seen even the other night, it wasn't a great bunt by any means, and it still got, it was Connor Wong, it still got Jarren Duran home, just causing chaos.
1-1 from Martin. No bunt. He swung right through it. Monasterio on deck. That'll be his first at bat, subbing in for Anthony Siegler, who was injured in a collision at home plate. And the righty deals a 1-2. And a liner into right field. Closing on it, Montgomery. It's down for a base hit. Another run will score. Throw into second. Safe there. As the run comes home, Durbin touches home plate. 5-0. Chang delivers his second RBI single tonight out of the 9 spot.
Chang's a hitting machine. I'm talking bunting, and he knocked in the first run. Then we're trying to safety squeeze him. But he just gets this breaking ball. I mentioned that curveball. It's been good for Martin, too. He's getting swing and misses, but left this one up and in, dropped right in front. And a nice job, too, getting into second base by Narvaez, too.
And the south side of Chicago has gotten very, very quiet. As Monasterio hits for the first time. Only 1 out in the inning. Red Sox have 4 hits in this frame. All of those singles.
We mentioned the first 4 or 5 guys smoking the ball, right? And not really getting much for it. Not a ton of great contact here. You're getting rewarded by it.
0-1. No activity in the White Sox bullpen. 1-2 on Monasterio. Cedar Rafaela on deck. Cedar has an RBI double. Last 2 innings, the Red Sox with a ton of traffic against Davis Martin, who's 9-3. And fought off foul, and just now they're going to get somebody throwing in their pen for the first time. That'll be Murphy. The left-hander's going to get going.
Oh, old friend. Who's Murphy?
Just now going to get him up.
Yeah. Well, we mentioned it. Martin kind of came out of the gates, but once June hit, he's been a different pitcher for this team. Walks have really hurt him. They did tonight.
2 on, 1 out. Now, the first 6 Red Sox all went down tonight. But then Duran took that leadoff walk in the 3rd inning, and everything's kind of changed since then. 2 walks in that inning, 2 hits. Red Sox took a 3-0 lead, now 5-0. Ground ball sharply hit. Montgomery will handle it. In his second, got one. That's all they get. Going to be safe at first and third. And 2 gone.
Thought Montgomery may just try to take the out at third base. It looked like he was thinking about himself. Just a touch of hesitation.
Rafaela will climb in. An RBI double in the third. He's hit the ball hard twice tonight. Six-game hitting streak and batting .360 during that. First and third.
That's it right there. Right? You've seen him swing at that pitch. 0-1 count. 1-0. You got to come in.
Here's pitch number 36 in the inning for Martin. And fouled at home plate.
You know, the thing is, in this league, until you prove that I have to throw you a strike, I'm not gonna. You know, and this year, Cedon is doing a much better job kind of announcing to the starting pitcher that you have to throw me a strike. I am not going to swing wildly at the first pitch or 2 or whatever it may be.
He's up to 286. 2 down and a 1-1 from the right-hander. We'll float that one foul out of play. Tampa Bay leading the Yankees 3-0 in the 8th inning. That's at the Trop, where they are so tough. They're 32-13 at Tropicana Field. The 1-2 pitch to Rafaela will not be made, and a dive back in. Monasterio, the base runner there. Narvaez over at third. Red Sox with 3 runs an inning ago. 2 more here in this inning. And a chopper foul protecting the plate. They'll do it again. So it's been a long time in that dugout for Jake Bennett. I think he'll be happy to wait. The Red Sox scoring like this.
Full of emotion, isn't he?
Yeah, he's really keyed up.
This guy.
1-2 pitch to Cedon. And a ground ball off the pitcher's glove. It caroms to Mydroth, who fire on to get him and retire the side. Another good inning. Red Sox get 2, 5-0.
Back here in Chicago in the bottom of the 4th inning, Red Sox on top 5-0, and we've talked about it a lot, guys. The fact that the White Sox have come in winning 10 straight home series. Last drop one at the end of April. It's in jeopardy thanks to the Red Sox here this series. But I pulled White Sox manager Will Venable for a chat, talked about his team. He says it's a young group that doesn't know any better. This thing can get heavy, he said, but they don't feel the weight of those games and the outside pressure. They just turn the page, show up, and are ready for the next day. He says in year 2, though, he's also gotten a lot more comfortable with the operation as well. Learning from the group, he says they're fun. The success in Chicago has been a byproduct of all of it, but you also can't ignore how those Red Sox connections have changed things for the better here on the South Side, including Venable himself, who was the Red Sox bench coach for several years as well.
His team at 47-43, a giant surprise this year, given what the organization had done the previous couple of years. A bunt attempt, that one dropped down by Mydroth. The lefty will gun close and will get him at first. He unloaded, fired a strike. Venable thinking about a challenge, will not do it, so 1 away.
That was a really nice play. This is a nice bunt by Mydroth. The problem is, again, lefties, after they deliver, they kind of fall off the third base side, but just kind of scooped it, picked it up. That was close. Look at this. There's no panic at all. Just catch, turn. The pitcher's fielding practice. It pays off.
Antonacci took a walk first trip and looks at a strike. Red Sox ahead 5-0. Boston 6 hits, White Sox with 2. And the 0-1 from Bennett. A slap through the hole for a base hit. He had 3 hits last night. He's on again 2 times tonight.
You know, for a guy that came in last night struggling against lefties, it's a fantastic approach. I mean, he's been wearing out left side of the infield, staying on everything, not trying to pull the baseball, and it's got him 4 hits in the last 2 nights.
We'll send up Montgomery, who whiffed in the second inning, 0 for 1. And Bennett looking for that ground ball right at an infielder. Fire in ball 1. Again, we will get your word on Wilson Contreras and Anthony Ziegler as soon as we hear something. Both forced out of the game because of injury. 1-0. He went. 1 ball and 1 strike.
That's that part of the order. Montgomery and Perez. Remember, he was just over and over again locating that 4-seamer up in the end, making both the next 2 guys uncomfortable with it.
Runner holding, and that's up top for a ball. And Bennett with a 2-1. Bounding ball at third. Durbin scoops it into second. Got an out on the first. Double play. Nicely turned by the Red Sox. 5-4-3 to get out of the inning.
Back here in the 5th, Red Sox still with the 5-0 lead, but after this painful 3rd inning, we finally got some updates on Wilson Contreras. He is out with a left foot contusion. That's what the Red Sox say happened to him. And then Anthony Ziegler, he left the game with a right trap contusion. So a couple contusions for Ziegler and Contreras.
Contusion City. Thanks, Jemai.
Yeah, you kind of knew what Wilson's was. Ziegler was worried about the shoulder, the head, the neck, so it's kind of in between the shoulder and head. He just must have dropped that knee pad on that trap.
Well, Red Sox have knocked their starter out, and a line shot down into the corner. Wilyer Abreu jumping on it, goes all the way to the fence. He digs for 2. Greeting a former teammate rather rudely. And Chris Murphy, who pitched for the Red Sox last couple of years.
Yeah, you bring a lefty in to face Abreu, you're kind of doing him a favor, right? I mean, it just, the splits are remarkable, and he just turns on this heater. Quick bat speed. 354 against the lefties coming into this game. And a leadoff double.
Now Romy for his first at bat tonight. Batting at Wilson's spot. And he gets a lefty.
Another guy that likes a lefty. But here in the 5th inning, you go with your long guy here. Try to see if Murph can give you some innings.
Murphy threw the ball very well for the Red Sox last year. 23 appearances, a 3.12 ERA, went 3-0.
Really good stuff. You know, control, right? Throwing strikes has been an issue for him, but good fastball, slider, curveball from him. 97. We didn't see that from him. Last year, 94, 95. This year, averaging 96.1 in that heater.
6'1", about 192. 2-1. Red Sox with a 5-0 lead He's mentioned they knocked out the starter, not only the starter, but the ace of the staff of the White Sox. They got Martin for 5 runs in 4 innings on 6 hits. Foul tip, that's into the mitt for strike 3. 1 down. Inning 5 powered by Salem 5 Bank. We'll send up Masi Yoshida. Had a base hit, scored a run in the 4th inning. Turning into a very pleasant night, very warm day here in Chicago. Abreu at second. Red Sox trying to make it 10 of their last 12.
Big curveball. Good slider to go with it too for lefties.
One away, a man at second. And Murphy will miss outside. And a 1-2 from the lefty. He fights that one off. Moss had a really good at bat in the 4th inning. He hit a shot down the right field line. Home run distance went foul. Then he hit one down the left field line. It was nearly caught by the left fielder in a diving attempt. And grounded a base hit up the middle. And he'll take one outside.
You know, the playing time isn't quite there, but just keeps getting hits. You know, I know the power's not going to be there, especially when you don't play a lot, but fights things off. You mentioned 8 for his last 15, little 5-game hitting streak.
Base hit. Red Sox could be ahead 6-0 in Chicago. They'll roll that to the first baseman. That will at least advance the runner. Murphy getting to the bag for the out. But there are 2 down, and for more on Murphy, let's toss it down to Jemai.
Well, Obi, Lou, you did mention it. Chris Murphy is throwing a lot harder. He's seen an uptick in velocity, which has helped him this year, he says. And the funny thing was, during my sit down with Chapman, he came over to say hello to both of us and joke with Chappie that he can't let him throw harder than he does now. We know Chappie has a tendency to kind of groove in that first strike until he stabilizes and gets into a rhythm. But Murphy has seen an uptick in his velo, which has been beneficial for him on the mound this year for the White Sox.
Pitched a couple of seasons for the Red Sox. In the middle, he had Tommy John. And the 0-1 across for strike, and a challenge here from Durbin.
Pitch was ruled a strike. The batter's challenging.
That's way up. There's been 3 or 4 of them that, because you only had 1 challenge left, you've been scared to do it, but Durbin takes advantage of this. And
counts 1-1.
Rackley's
has 1 challenge remaining.
He's one of the best in the league. He's 90 umpires. He's like 11th in percentile. He's usually very good, but he has missed a few the Sox have let go.
There's 7 umpires who have indicated they're going to retire at the end of this season. C.B. Buckner is one of those guys and is in there for a strike.
It's like the last 7 that I know. Those guys are around. Laz and
they're
CB.
the older guys, right?
Yeah.
Very much a veteran crew.
I don't think the veteran crew likes the ABS system very much.
Not at all. 1-2, a little roller foul. We had CB, remember, on opening day in Cincinnati. ABS was still new to so many, and it didn't go well.
No, and you knew it was going to be a tough year for him. Just knew that. It's going to be some embarrassing moments.
David Rackley back there tonight. ABS powered by T-Mobile. Abreu at third. Durbin trying to pick him up. Bounced it. That rolls away. Here comes Willier. He is in to score.
They're calling that a hit batsman.
Well, they're going to call that a hit batsman. They're going to wind up sending him back. Rackley indicates he was hit by the pitch, so take that run off the board. And they're now on at first and third.
He'll break the ball down and in. He really hits off that, back toe. Ricochet up. Well, that front one, it looked like, actually.
So first and third for Jarren Duran. Red Sox continue to get men on all different ways. Duran has drawn a walk and scored. He's also struck out. And he will take strike one, 2 away here. 5-7-0 for Boston. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for Chicago. Red Sox didn't have anybody on board the first couple of innings. It's been nothing but over the last 3. And Murphy home with the 1-1. One almost got away from Teal. The Red Sox coming into Rate Field in Chicago, a place where the White Sox had gone 24-6. Beat up on them last night. Now they lead this one 5-0 in game 2.
And one of the better home teams in the game. Sox trying to put first home series loss. They had 10 consecutive wins series.
Foul tipped into the mitt. 2-2. Can the Red Sox make it 5 straight again? Do that tonight. 3-2.
98 from Murph. Wow.
Narvaez would hit next. And Murphy home with a 3-2. Slashed foul off to the left. They'll do it again.
99. He is challenging Chappie. A little different physically. 6'1", 185.
A little bit.
And Chap. Velo's up there, boy.
And here he comes again on 3-2. And struck him out. Side retired threat. Red Sox will strand 2.
Put him on a card.
Rodenheiser Home Service is now serving the South Shore and surrounding communities. Local and family owned since 1928. You can schedule right now. Red Sox 5, White Sox nothing. And we're at the midway point in Chicago. Dave O'Brien alongside Lou Merloni and Jemai Webster. Junior Perez will lead things off here against Bennett. Immediately flies that one to deep center field. Cedon backing up to the wall. Has room and he makes the play. A long fly out by Perez, so 1 man gone.
Just keeps pounding the zone. 45 pitches through 4 innings. You mentioned it, what, 14.4 pitches per inning, which is outstanding. There's about 11 pitches here in this one. Just attacking guys. See what you can do with it.
Catcher Teal next. He's 0 for 1. Broke his bat, popped it up. Monasterio with the grab.
2 pitches.
Yeah.
This is probably, I talk a lot of pitchers, maybe the hardest pitch in baseball to throw a strikeout. Because it's 2 pitches, 2 outs. Acuna's up. You have to take this pitch, right? And it's like a free strike. It's one of the guys I've talked to said it's the hardest one to throw.
He's 1 for 1 with a base hit. And he does take it. And it missed.
Close. I always love it, though. You got to take a strike. All right, so it's 0-1. Now you can swing and turn it into a 4-pitch.
Went there. Ball and a strike on Acuna. He's the shortstop. Vargas would hit after him, given the opportunity. Jake has allowed 3 hits. He's walked 1 man. And fires at 2-1. We wrap up this 3-game series tomorrow afternoon at 2:10. Red Sox hope to be playing for a sweep. And a liner to right field, down for a base hit. So Acuna has been a pest out of the 9 spot. He's 2 for 2. And now you got to deal with Miguel Vargas. Red Sox have done a very good job on their all-star in the series. He's 0 for 2 tonight.
So got to be careful and get back to execute, and fell behind. Made Acuna maybe a better hitter than he really is by just giving him a 3-1. Going to challenge him with a heater.
He'll take the first one for strike 1.
Wow. Vargas can't believe he called it a strike. He's still asking him. You called that a what?
This guy scored 61 runs. He's second in the American League in that category. Good power. He'll hit a high fly to left center field. Cedon moves over, calls off Duran, and that is that. That is 9 pitches to get through the 5th inning. Red Sox baseball on NESN brought to you by Subaru of New England. Love is what makes Subaru Subaru. And by Plymouth Rock, auto and home insurance for Boston sports fans. And back in the great city of Chicago, Red Sox enjoying it here a lot. They lead 5-0 here in game 2 after taking game 1. Sir Anthony Dominguez popping out of their bullpen. He becomes their second reliever after the Red Sox knocked out the starter Martin in 4 innings of work. And Narvaez will start it. An RBI single last time up, a sac bunt the time before that.
Yeah, I like to get him going, get both guys swinging the bat. Dominguez came in last night through a scoreless inning. Gave up a hit, did walk a guy. Interesting ride for him, huh? Philly's always felt like he had closer stuff, and he does. He's got swing and miss stuff. Kind of turned it around. Baltimore, was moved to Toronto last year for that run, and it's a closer here to start. Just giving it up.
Off the end of the bat, little fly ball to Montgomery in right. And 1 down for the Sox in the 6th. Now he's going to try and get out Chang, who's had a terrific night. Came in hitting .211. And he's 2 for 2 tonight with a pair of RBI singles.
Beautiful. Great production you're getting out of your guy at 9-hole. Plays a great defensive shortstop. Get a couple RBIs here tonight.
Monasterio, who had to come on for the injured Ziegler, is on deck. Romy Gonzalez forced into gameplay first base tonight when Wilson Contreras was hit on the foot. Fouled one off the foot. And had to leave the game with a contusion. He stayed in the game to complete the at bat and almost hit a home run. He flied out to deep center field up against the fence. And downstairs a ball. It's 3-0.
Jay did hit 254 in 68 games down in Worcester. He hit 7 home runs. 32 walks, though. That's a nice number. In this 9-hole, up 3-0 here.
He missed badly for ball 4, so he's on for the 3rd time. Red Sox have taken 3 more walks tonight so far.
Tonight, following Extra Innings Live, don't miss Red Sox Finals presented by Volvo Cars. Adam and Lenny, they're going to break down Jake Bennett's outing. They're going to preview Patrick Sandoval's start in the series finale. Only on NESN, streaming on NESN 360.
Top of the order, Monasterio.
One of the benefits of what Jake Bennett has been able to give you 54 pitches through 5, a little bit of length. Remember, Sandoval hasn't pitched in 2 years. If you give that bullpen a break, you walk in tomorrow with a full pen.
1-0, runner goes. Chang on the run to throw down the tag. He's out. Chang caught stealing, so 2 away. Teal with a strong peg.
Teal's now thrown out 3 guys here the last couple of nights. Keep challenging him, though. We mentioned Dominguez being that former closer. A lot of those guys slow to the plate, which he is. But Teal able to shoot him down.
So base is empty, 2 away, and a 1-1 pitch to Monasterio. Sent on Rafaela waiting on deck. And Dominguez a 1-2. Evens up the count on Monasterio. These White Sox have created a lot of excitement. Crowds have been coming back. First place team, but the Red Sox coming to town and on the verge of winning the first couple in this 3-game series.
It's coming off a game sweep too. It's a nice little start. You know, I was afraid because I was away at that last homestand when they won 5 straight. I was down in Georgia. Started taking it personal.
As well you should. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. Down he goes. He slams down the bat. Strike 3. Red Sox sent up only 3 men in the 6th inning. Well, the left-hander Bennett has been superb again. Gets a hard ground ball, not picked by Durbin, up and throwing, skips it, and got him at first. Hot shot. Durbin equal to the task he has been all season long. Now number 1.
Pitching and defense goes together. Then rather than a leadoff double, Durbin quick first step, nice backs it up, gets a longer look at it, and just gets a release, a perfect one hop to Romy to handle. He gets up quick, doesn't he?
Yeah. That spin he executes so fast. Blink of an eye. Montgomery 0 for 2. He has whiffed and grounded out to second. Last half of the 6th inning.
Another first pitch out.
9 pitches last inning. Inside. Did not offer. Tall left-handers 1-1. And in there for a strike. pitch has been his friend tonight. Has been for a while.
Yeah, it just sort of freezes you and gets that down and in corner. He does pretty much what he does with this 3-pitch fastball, sinker, 4-seam sinker, changeup. But this curveball, sweeper, he utilizes it.
In there, caught him looking. Strike 3 to set down Montgomery on strikes for the second time. 2 gone.
Was he like that spot? Check this out. Remember, the one jam he got into was first and second, nobody out. And then he came right at Montgomery and just kept peppering this spot, got him, and then Perez, same thing. Look at the location of the heater. Talk about execution. Thanks for coming.
StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. And strike 1 on Meidroth was singled and grounded back to the pitcher. Red Sox up 5-zip. And trying to make it 5 for 5 on this road trip as it skips away from Narvaez.
Remember, he was traded in the offseason. Luis Perales, one of the big prospects, pitching prospects for the Red Sox. And Perales is pretty much an anchor in AAA right now for Rochester Nationals. A 3.94 ERA, very happy for him. But I think I'll take this kid.
Red Sox on the verge of another quality start. Last 17-18, Red Sox 10-2 with a 217 among the starters. Amazing. And a strike. 2-2.
He's just all over the corners. You throw strikes, that's one thing, but it's quality.
Floated down the right field line, going after it, Abreu, and can't get to it up against the net. Jake, 2 or fewer earned runs each of his last 4 starts with a 1.78 ERA. He's at it again tonight here on the south side of Chicago. Narvaez out for a chat on what to do on this 2-2.
Yeah, I saw him after his last outing down pregame, and you got a smile from him. He was so emotionless, like just coming off the mound, the way he pitches. He said that's just who he's always been. You got a chuckle out of it. You don't see much up and down from this kid.
He wants to get rid of the hitter so fast. Wants to do it again through this inning. That, by the way, is his first full count tonight. So he goes to 3-2 on Meidroth. Liner foul. Day baseball tomorrow. It's a 2:10 first pitch. Supposed to be some weather in the area. Some rain predicted for parts of the game. Here's the 3-2 to Meidroth. Ground ball again, Durbin. Very smoothly and fires, and in time to get him at first base. And they go 1-2-3 yet again. Red Sox, as we go to the 7th inning with a 5-0 lead in Chicago. White Sox dip into the bullpen again. This is a tall left-hander, Brian Hudson, 6'8". Cedon in attack mode, comes up empty there. He's gone 1 for 3 tonight.
This big boy kind of that's a few spot starts, openers. That ERA down to 2.31.
Cedon with a double to drive in a run in the 3rd inning when the Red Sox got 3. Off the starter Martin. And Abreu on deck. He also has a double tonight.
This guy's 6'8". In that Tolley range for extension, 7'4". So even though he's only throwing the ball 90-92, it's going to get on you.
6'8", about 250. 2-2.
It's 95. Fastball averaging 92 on the year. Feeling pretty sexy tonight.
He ran in on him. He just got a piece of it. This holds up. It'll be the first home loss of the season for Davis Martin. He was 5-0 with a 0.88. It'll also be the first series loss for the White Sox at home going back to the very end of April. The ways to go yet, but the Red Sox up 5-0. It'll also be the Red Sox second 5-game winning streak in the last couple of weeks. 2-2. Floats that one foul. His at-bats have been far more peskier this year, haven't they?
Yeah. I mean, last year I thought he cut down the strikeouts an awful lot, but the chase and the swing and miss was still there. But with 2 strikes, he bared down a little more. But
rattle to short. Acuna. High throw, and he's safe at first. Vargas had to rise up. Did not get to the bag in time, and the Red Sox have a base runner. It'll be an E6.
Yeah, good hustle by Cedon. You know, if you don't go all the way hard down this line, Vargas is going to come down with it and get you in time. But just that little leap, because it was hustle, good hard 90. He's able to beat this thing out. It was good, just to throw, get underneath it, a little bit too high.
I mentioned Cedon beating it up that line. Home to first was 4 seconds flat.
That's a good time. Goes out in front of it a little bit. That kind of helps you get out of the box.
Abreu, last time up, ripped a double. He's 1-4-3.
You're like 4-2 down the line. Vargas probably gets that foot down in time. Playing the game the right way.
Romy Gonzalez on deck. 1-1. And a good take. Wilson Contreras out of the game. Anthony Sigler out of the game, both with contusions. I'd imagine sometime tomorrow we'll hear word on Wilson's suspension and how many games. Got him leaning the wrong way, but he's going to get back in there. Cedon able to dive back in safely. And they do want to challenge this. They want to take a look at it.
We'll see if he got back in time, but you mentioned he was leaning.
The White Sox are challenging the safe call at first base.
I don't know if Vargas ever got that hip. Cedon does a good job sliding on the outside. Might have saved him, but did they get him right there? They did. He's out. Now he goes back for the tag the second time. That sometimes tells you didn't get him the first time. You got him right there. He's out. That angle looked like he might have grazed that shoulder.
First base umpire Chris Guccione ruled him out, or safe over there. We'll see if they overturn this and he's out.
Let's go back for that second tag.
So they watch it in New York. Cedon reaching an error by the shortstop. And giving it a very long look. And still no word from the replay command center. I think we got word now finally.
After review, the call on the field stands. The runner is safe.
Well, the angle
Chicago will.
we saw may have been deceiving. Again, as an infield, if I go and tag a guy, I'm only going back to tag him again if I feel like I missed him the first time. And the fact that he went back a second time maybe tells you something. Maybe a different angle shows that maybe he missed that tag initially. Now you got to be careful if you're Cedon.
Record continues to be perfect. 2-1. Good count here for Willier and facing a lefty, which is always good news for him.
1 for 2 off the starter. 1 for 1 off of lefty Murphy for a double. So.
The 3-1 on the way. Good cut. Red Sox got 3 runs in the 3rd inning, 2 more in the 4th inning. And that has been the scoring tonight. They have out-hit Chicago 7-4. No home runs yet. And a 3-2. And down he goes. One down, and now a word from Hyundai.
A car that sees what you can't, how it should be. The Hyundai Tucson.
Romy Gonzalez, second at bat tonight, struck out in the 5th inning. He was inserted when Wilson Contreras fouled that ball off his foot. And another one picked. Oh my, he's going to be tagged out. A dead duck. 2 gone.
I mean, the first time you give him an excuse, really not knowing, but after that first one being so close, you like to think that, you know, he kind of, and he wasn't even going. You know, it's different if you're trying to steal the base, but he wasn't trying to steal the base. He knows that's a bad look.
So base is empty and 2 down here in the 7th inning. And Hudson ready with a 1-1.
Keep peppering that heater away to Romy. He's not getting to it. But, you know, if you're going to steal on a lefty and it'll go first move, you get picked off. That's maybe a coach's decision, kind of green light, take off. But if you're not stealing anyway, you have to make sure he delivers it to the plate.
He hangs in there. Down and got him on the foot. He was hit by the pitch. So Romy will take first. Red Sox also had Caleb Durbin hit by a pitch back in the 5th inning.
We don't need any more injuries.
No.
I only got, again, Nate Eaton serving the last game of his 2-game suspension. It was reduced from 3 to 2. He's unavailable. He's not been allowed in the ballpark, anywhere near the ballpark while you're suspended. Romy's already entered for Contreras, Monasterio for Siegler. You're down to Connor Wong, who we've seen him play a bunch of different spots, first, second base even.
Sure. Can put him on the infield. Massa 1 for 3, a single and a run.
Well, boys are making it interesting. The back's up against the wall. They got to start playing better, and they certainly have over the last couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks.
They sure have. And starting out this road trip in style, to sweep in Anaheim and taking game 1 last night. It'll be pumped in there for a strike. Some were like, well, yeah, but the Angels are a last place team. So were the Red Sox when they went out there.
Yeah.
Didn't really get that point. 2-1 wave and a foul tip to the mid. 2-2.
Again, last year was the time when they kind of really went in a run, and I know it started off with Washington, it went to Colorado, and it was the same talk, right? Neither one of those teams are very good. And then they swept Tampa, who was pretty good at the time. I like where we are right now with this team. They're pretty good. First place team. They don't lose at home often.
Don't. In there for strike 3. So the Red Sox done here in the 7th inning, still up 5-0. Jake Bennett into the 7th with the Red Sox leading 5-0 in Chicago. Last time out, Louis went 7 2/3 against the Angels. Gave up a couple of runs, struck out 5, allowed a home run, 92 pitches. He's been better tonight.
Yeah, he's been fantastic. 67 pitches to get through 6. Efficient. By the way, that is the exact same number he had last outing through 6. 67 pitches. Back to back.
Red Sox starting pitching has been just so good. Here comes the 1-1. Waiting for the offense to contribute, and it has been doing that as of late. Took a while. Red Sox have won 9 of 11. They've gone 12-5 in the last 17. A ground ball to the middle. Monasterio off balance and got it there. Nice play by Gonzalez as well at first. It's the other part of this thing. Red Sox continue to play really nice defense.
Yeah. No matter who it is out there, really. Check out his arsenal here through 6, presented by New England Area Audi Dealers. And it's that 3-pitch mix he sticks with. 4-seam sinker changeup. It's a good sweeper to go with it. Little cutter curveball, and you see the swing and miss. And it has been impressive. Location. Got 8 swing and misses, good 26%.
Montgomery 0 for 2. He's fanned. He's also hit into a double play. And the 6-6 lefty firing. That's a strike.
That pitch right there makes him so effective. You want to challenge it now. Might be a little bit late. We might not give it to you. But so effective up and in because of what that best secondary pitch he has is the changeup. So you stand a guy up and in, make him feel uncomfortable, drop that changeup away. Just a great pitch mix or play off it.
And Montgomery had wanted a challenge, but he was too late. He didn't get it from the home plate umpire, David Rackley. And a 1-2 coming.
He had him set up too. A couple heaters up and in. Get him thinking about the inner half. He just spiked that changeup.
He's only had 1 full count tonight. A 2-2 here. And a pop up at third base. Durbin. Caleb will grab that. 2 down. 25-year-old out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, in a nice groove here tonight against an offense that to this point has been one of the better ones in the American League. He has shut them down on a 4-hitter. There's Junior Perez 0 for 2. And strike 1. This crowd coming out to Rate Field on this Wednesday evening has had virtually nothing to scream and shout about here in Chicago because of Bennett. The Red Sox in the middle innings got 5 runs. Now he's up 0-2 on Perez. Well, last year, Baseball America said that Jake Bennett had the best control in the Washington system. They were not lying. 1-2. Even up.
Interesting to see what they do in that 8th. They went 7 scoreless that last outing, remember, against the Angels. Came out, solo shot, couple hits, gave up those 2 runs, ended up going 7 2/3 before they pulled them out.
Popped up another one. Monasterio drifted out to get under. And there to make the catch. He gets him 1, 2, 3 for the 2nd inning in a row. Well, look at the pitching line. Jake Bennett getting congratulations tonight. He has done 81 pitches, 53 strikes, only 4 hits through 7. He walked just 1 man.
Oh, he's fantastic again. As you said off the top, it seems like he's getting better each and every outing now. He continues to do this. A little 5-game heater. Only 81 pitches through 7. I mentioned last time they sent him back out for that very similar pitch count for that 8th inning, and he gave up a couple of runs. So this time you pat him on the butt. You know, give a guy some work out in that bullpen. Looks like it could be Weissert, but fantastic outing for Jake Bennett.
Trevor Richards out of their bullpen facing Durbin, Duran, and Narvaez. As he makes his 24th appearance. Caleb tonight has been aboard 2 times, has a base hit. He's also been hit by a pitch. Into the 8th inning. Red Sox head 5-0. Weissert getting to work in the bullpen.
Another thing too with 7 innings again. Patrick Sandoval making his first start in a couple of years, right? Coming off Tommy John, it's been a slow process for him. He threw 68 pitches in his last rehab start. You like to think he can get to that 75-80 number.
Liner slicing away from Montgomery. That's going to sail to the corner. He's heading into second base as the throw comes in, and he is safe with a double. And a really nice sign for the Red Sox. Durbin was in a mini skid, but he looks out of it now with 2 knocks tonight.
I think it really started last night too, because he hit 3 balls really on the screws and just didn't really get any love for it. But this one here, we've seen this many times from him now, right? Going the other way for doubles, hitting the ball in the air more often.
Yep, even more impressive, that was out of the strike zone.
Yeah.
Took it the other way beautifully. Red Sox have their 8th hit. Jaron Duran trying to drive him in. He's walked. He's also struck out 2 times. And he will take a big cut and foul it back. So with the performance tonight by Jake Bennett, 7 innings, no runs. In the last 19 times the Red Sox have started a guy, 16 times. 16 out of 19. It's been a quality start.
Well, we know what that ERA was. It was a 2.28. That 7 scoreless is going to be below that.
That is remarkable.
And 5 base runners. He raced one of them with a double play. I mean, how much more you can say? It's just an outstanding effort.
And the first 2 nights here in Chicago, it's been against a team battling for first place, which has been a stout offense. Do have a 1-game lead over Cleveland atop the division in the Central. Fouled away.
Come in here, totally gave you 6 scoreless, only 2 hits last night. Bennett 7 scoreless, 4 hits tonight. A walk apiece. I mean, that's.
Now putting this run together without your best pitcher.
Yeah.
Without Garrett Crochet in a single inning. 0-2. We're not exactly sure what's going on here, but it's a lot of fun.
Sure is. You're getting yourself back in this thing at a very pivotal time of the season.
Durbin off the bag at second. Nobody out. And Duran won't bite. And of course, a little bit of caution because it was a contusion, the injury that forced out Wilson Contreras. He's facing that suspension. We'll see if that begins tomorrow, as that is pumped in there for strike 3. One man away, third time tonight for Duran. And for more on tomorrow's starter, Patrick Sandoval, let's toss it down to Jemai.
Well, Obi, Lou said it. After more than a 2-year wait, Patrick Sandoval, he was activated here in Chicago just yesterday, will start a major league game for the Red Sox for the first time in his tenure 2 summers ago. He had the internal bracing procedure that's held him out for 25 months, if you can think about that, how long it's been. Chad Tracy said, long time coming for him Thursday. The expectation is he'll be between 70 and 80 pitches, but of course they're going to have to try and take care of him. But Sandoval told me he's ready for the opportunity. He's waited for it for a long time, and he'll have some family here as well.
Narvaez with a pop-up, and Meidroth underneath that. And 2 down. So the probables tomorrow, he's up against a left-hander in Anthony Kay.
Yeah, that's the thing. He was good his last outing. It's double-A against Altoona, but 5 innings, 1 hit, no run, 68 pitches. So you like to think he can get to 80, 85, but this is no longer a rehab start. This is now the big league. So if it's 60 and you're in a spot, you want to go to that bullpen. Jake Bennett has allowed you now to have a fresh pen.
Here's Chang. Nice night. 2 hits, a walk, 2 RBIs. Out of the 9 spot.
He'll take it all day. Can't get him out. Get another RBI here.
And Richards home with the 0-1. Durbin taking off. Got a big jump, and he's going to dive into third with a stolen base without a throw. Red Sox continuing to apply pressure with a 5-0 advantage.
That's a big jump and a big lead. No chance. Nice job by Chang just to kind of take that pitch.
Thought about it, in for strike anyway. 1-2. The Red Sox will turn to the bullpen after another outstanding start, this time by Jake Bennett. It's going to drop in there for strike 3 and retire the side here in the 8th. Weissert next. Time of the Ford first in quality call to the bullpen. Red Sox will bring on the right-hander Greg Weissert to pitch here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Bennett's ERA dropping down to 2.64, by the way. 7 shutout innings tonight. Kyle Teal 0 for 2.
Weissert coming in here in a clean inning. Look at the ERA for a clean inning. 0.5. Now runners on base too. That doesn't even include inherited runs he's given up. It just been a 7.56, but just a different guy in this role. Give him a few more, get that confidence up. Valuable pitcher for you out of this pen.
Gets 8, 9, and 1 for Chicago. Bennett allowed only 4 hits. There's really only one moment where Jake was, well, I was about to say maybe looked concerned, but that's never true with him. But he gave up a base hit and walked a man in the 2nd inning. And then he bore down and he struck out Montgomery. He struck out Perez, made some tremendous pitches. Fly ball center field. It hangs up for Cedon. And Teal retired, 1 away. And then he got a little dribbler out in front of the plate.
Yeah, he was really good. He's at a 4 strikeouts. That's a good breaking ball, curveball in there. But then this was the sequence we were talking about. The heater's up, the heater's in where he executed when he needed it. And then the big ground ball, too, to just kind of eliminate it, reduce the pitch count, end the inning. I think he's fantastic. He's pretty dominant here now the last 5.
Tristan Peters getting in. It's our strong play of the game presented by New England Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive. He hits for Acuna. He had a good night. He was 2 for 2. And a 2-0. Got the strike zone. Red Sox came roaring into Chicago after the sweep of the Angels. Promptly won last night, going away 8-1. Hit by 5 late tonight. And a high drive down the right field line, but that's going to sail foul.
That's the one thing, too, you know, with all the lefties that you're able to roll out in the series. Peters has the night off. Haven't really seen Benintendi other than a pinch hitter here and there. Like a neutralized Teal, although Antonacci's got a pretty good series here so far. But
2-2 ground ball at first, scooped up by Gonzalez, who had to sub in for Wilson Contreras, and Red Sox continue to make defensive plays regardless of who is playing which position.
You see that last pitch from Weiser, how low he gets. Talking about that release point. Oh, it started off like 17 degrees, and every month it's gone down. June was 10, and I tell you, July is even lower. You know, the official numbers kind of really until the month ends, but it has been lower and lower. Look at this, 5 degrees now. It started off at 17.
Little ground ball, softly hit off the bat of Vargas. And Weiser zips through the 8th inning, 1-2-3. CVS proud to be part of Red Sox Nation and all the communities we call home, delivering trusted care, essentials, and support that goes beyond the prescription. You can learn more at CVS.com. 9th inning in Chicago, 5-0 Boston, and a liner hit foul by Monasterio, his 3rd at bat tonight. Red Sox looking to make it 5 consecutive wins for the 2nd time this year. And fouled away, and if you're keeping an eye on the American League wild card, kind of a lot's happened tonight.
Texas is leading the wild card. They're down big, 7-0 late. Just haven't looked at it all year.
You and me both.
And now it's sort of like I want to enjoy it.
It's kind of grabbing your attention, though. Like kind of out of the corner of your eye, maybe more than that.
Just a little bit.
Ways to go yet. And down for a ball, but here are the defensive changes for Chicago. Perez moving from center over to left. Peters in the game in center. And 2 new guys up the middle, different positions anyway. Zanacci there, and Meidroth moving over to shortstop. 2-2 from the right-hander Richards. And fly down the right field line, but slice foul.
Oh, give him credit. Put a little run together, trying to make some. I think 2 weeks ago, it's pretty obvious what you were, felt like, unless you could go on some kind of run, and Chad Tracy's group has.
Red Sox got off the plane after Colorado on a rough flight because of mechanical difficulties, so stepped off the plane about 6 o'clock in the morning, needing to play that very night against the Yankees. And it just felt like no shot.
Yeah.
you know, and then immediately swept the Yankees.
Well, Schlittler was waiting for you.
Yeah, and you had Schlittler on the mound. Red Sox won all 4. Then continue to win, beat Washington, but then lost 2 games, 8-1 and 10-2, and you're like, okay,
yeah,
that was a nice run.
Buzzkill.
And you have to go out west, and went and beat up on the Angels, and are on the verge of winning the first 2 here to make it 5 straight on this trip. So if you're a little dizzy, filed back to the screen.
The thing is, just everybody too is losing. Like it was all year long. Like, you just look at all the standings in the American League, and teams are either 4-6, 5-5, 3-7, 6-4. Like nobody, you know. Obviously, Tampa, and New York went on their runs, but it's a lot more fun this way.
Oh my! You know, the Red Sox are earning these wins. Pitching great, playing defense,
just swinging it,
scoring runs. 3-2. Fly ball center field. He hit it good. Peters is backing up to the edge of the warning track to make the play. Monasterio flies out. 1 gone in the Red Sox 9th.
Major League Baseball is taking over Philly. The action begins with T-Mobile Home Run Derby on Netflix July 13th at 8 p.m. Then you can catch the 96th MLB All-Star Game. It's presented by MasterCard. That's July 14th at 8 p.m. on Fox. Waiting to hear more on Contreras, who was just named to the All-Star game yesterday and today in the Home Run Derby. New rules this year in the Derby.
Yeah.
No more clock, which I think is good. That wears out a hitter. It's 20 swings. If you advance, it's 15 swings, which is get as many swings as you can in 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever that timer was. You just get worn down.
Yeah, they really wear it. You know, in the old days, you used to say, well, don't overdo it. Guys got hurt.
And no timer. That is big. 20 swings and then 15.
Off the end of the bat by Cedon. Does have an RBI double tonight. If you homer on your last swing in any round, you keep going until you don't. Should be fun.
Yeah.
Wilson's in it. Red Sox have had 1 man win it. This one is flied foul. That, of course, is Big Poppy in 2010.
You know, obviously it's a lot different for guys. They've never really done that before, like just kind of standing out with a screen and all eyes on them, hitting home runs. There's a lot of pressure on them. I still say that guy that throws BP is under it. He has got to be consistent. He's got to throw it in the spot the hitter needs. And if not, it's going to be tough for the hitter.
Red Sox bench coach Jose Flores will throw to Wilson. As on Monday night, there's a base hit to right. Cedon with 2 knocks tonight.
It's another multiple hit. Don't give up on it. All right, 2 for 5. A lot better than 1 for 5. We'll get your hits.
Stay close to that base. He was picked off last time. Almost picked off on the pitch before that wasn't made and thrown over. And brings up Willier. He's 1 for 4 with a double. Red Sox have 9 hits to Chicago's 4. Red Sox have a day game tomorrow, then head to New York for 3 against the Mets. Fouled away at the plate.
That Saturday game a little unknown. Remember, tomorrow's the day for Ranger Suarez to throw a bullpen on Thursday. They'll have a better idea. I guess he was feeling better the next day, but they'll have a better idea of what happens on Saturday after that bullpen to see how he feels.
0-1 foul tip to the mitt.
What's interesting enough, I don't think Bayo has thrown down in AAA since July 1st.
That's right.
He's kind of been on hold. There's a lot of options. See how the bullpen is going into that day. Can you go bullpen, you go opener to Bayo? We'll see what happens with this man tomorrow.
Was feeling better. 0-2 and a cut and a miss. Down he goes, strike 3. So 2 away in the Sox 9th. Romy next. Mets in last place at 38-54. They also fired their manager. So of course the Red Sox and the Phillies, and the Phillies had a chance going into play tonight to pull within 1 game of Atlanta. It's not going to happen because the Braves have already won, and the Phillies were getting beat up tonight. But what a comeback under Don Mattingly.
Well, it's a very talented team. We saw them right when all that chaos happened. There's still a lot of names on that team, a lot of veterans. It's just a matter of time with that pitching staff.
No one foul back for the Boston Red Sox. If they hang on and win this game tonight, Chad Tracy is going to be a winning manager since he took the job. Going to go 1 game over 500.
32 and 31. Done a really good job.
Any way you cut it.
Yeah, tough spot. Came in here. Familiar with a lot of these guys, but still, first big league job coming in here, replacing Alex Gord, bringing up a whole new staff. Some guys he's familiar with, obviously in the organization, but still very inexperienced staff at this level. Continue to work very hard at it, and we've got these guys playing good baseball right now.
Boy, do the runs make a difference, because the pitching has been there pretty much all season long, with a couple of dark spots, but not many. And he and Andrew Bailey have formed a very strong team. Check swing. No, he didn't go. They did appeal to Guccione. He said no. Red Sox with a victory would pull to within 6 games of 500. And a man at first, 2 down, 3-2, and a little dribbler up the third base line. Montgomery's got to stick it in his back pocket. That's going to be an infield hit. Rafaela down to second. Red Sox looking for more here in the 9th.
Romeo will take it. He's still trying to feel it. He had a big series out in Anaheim, but still, not many at bats on this rehab. So you get this little swing and bunt, get a knock just to kind of, he can get down the line.
So the Red Sox with that one reached 10 hits, and brings up Yoshida, who's gone 1 for 4 with a base hit and a run. Nobody scored in the game since the 4th inning, when the Red Sox got 2 to lead 5-0. Richards, their 4th man out of the pen, has 2 on and 2 out. He pumps in a strike.
Raggy doesn't see that ball up very well, does he? It's been about the 5th one, maybe 6th one. If you just challenge way out of the zone up high.
1-1 on the way as they lead at 1st and 2nd. White Sox will travel to Chicago in early August for a 3-game series. It's essentially right after the trade deadline. He stays away. Good take, and 2-2. Red Sox got another excellent start out of Jake Bennett tonight. We're talking about Chad Tracy being 31 and 31. During that span, Red Sox pitching leads the American League in ERA and is 2nd in the majors. Also 4th in the American League in WHIP. He's thrown a lot of strikes. Quality strikes. We saw that all night out of Bennett.
Well, the depth in this rotation has actually been tested. And just keep bringing guys up. And guys like Bennett doing the job. Totally, remember, he came up due to injury. So you get your mainstays like Sonny and Ranger. Hopefully he can get back soon.
2-2. And it is in there for strike 3. Caught him looking. Red Sox will strand a couple, but they lead 5-0 middle of the ninth. You know, the official hospital of the Red Sox is Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center. They're advancing medicine with breakthroughs in research, nationally ranked specialty care, and innovative treatments. You can learn more at bidmc.org. Dave Lujamai with you as we go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Red Sox on the verge of making it 5 straight again. Giovanni Miranda, lefty, out of the bullpen to close it out. And taking on Grichuk, Montgomery, and then Mydroth, and that one fouled away for strike 1.
Giovanni's been outstanding as a reliever, right? You look at that 24th appearance, but those 20 appearances as a reliever, he's got a 1.93 ERA. We know as an opener, he's given it up when he's been out there, but out of the pen, he's been fantastic. What's that?
Now the veteran Grichuk hitless tonight. He's flied out, lined out, and grounded out. And a 1-1 pitch to the DH.
I mean, righties are hitting 192 off him. Lefties 6 for 51, 118 batting average. I just wonder, like, when does he start getting the high leverage lefty spots? He's been that good for this team late.
He has. Cracked to third. A little bit of a bobble. It stayed up. Throw him out. Durbin with another good play on a hot smash. No panic. One down.
This was a nice reaction. This ball was actually smoked right at him and just kind of pops up on him, but able to get it with that bare hand. Good reaction and absolutely no panic. A lot of times this ball here, an infielder will panic and now throw it away. Perfect.
Sends up Colson Montgomery's 0 for 3. And in there for strike 1. 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Red Sox. Nothing across on 4 hits, an error for Chicago. Red Sox got 3 in the 3rd inning and never looked back. And popped up in the foul ground. Durbin ranging over, but that'll sail into the box seats.
A lot of different opinions on Caleb Durbin recently, huh?
Changed a bit.
In camp, it was like, this guy you're going to really like. Like, fans are going to like him, the way he plays the game, the grind, the grit. And it was just a miserable first, 7 weeks of the season, and you felt for him, and he just kept grinding and working and playing defense.
Pop foul back out of play.
People starting to appreciate kind of the player he can be.
Well, I think it really started in terms of a lot of voices when he started to hit finally. Yeah. And hit some home runs too, showing some power. Swing and a miss. Down he goes. Strike 3. 2 gone.
Yeah. And I mean, listen, the average is still where it is, but if you're paying attention all year long, you know where it came from. You know where he was at the end of May and what he has become in the last 5 or 6 weeks for you. It's an impressive turnaround. It's not easy coming in the spot that he came in. Devers was over there. Bregman was over there.
Here's Mydroth. Meager wave and a miss. He's got 1 for 3. One of their 4 hits all night against Red Sox pitching. White Sox have not lost a series at home since April 26th. And they are 1 strike away from finally losing another series at home. Red Sox about to take game 2.
10 consecutive.
That's how good they've been.
Coming in, too, they were 24-6 in their last 30 in this building. They're about to drop 2 straight.
Moran trying to end it on the 0-2. Up and away. Jake Bennett, major part of the success story tonight. He has been a lot lately. 7 outstanding 4-hit innings. And Moran home of the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Red Sox have won 5 in a row for the 2nd time in a couple of weeks. They win this one 5-0 in Chicago. They take the series They go for the sweep tomorrow. Chad Tracy, a winning manager with the Boston Red Sox. He is now 32-31.
Oh, you won 10 out of your last 12. Now 13-5 in your last 18. And boys are making it interesting. I mean, playing good baseball with the same recipe. Outstanding starting pitching and getting on the board early. Giving these starters a 3-0 lead. And it's been working. You've already won this series. Now you go for that sweep tomorrow.
This Red Sox win presented by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. 5-0 the final. Stay tuned for WB Mason Extra Innings Live. Adam and Lenny break down the key moments in the win, and Jemai will chat with Carlos Narvaez. That and more coming up after the break.